Wall Street hoping for a Santa Claus rally following a volatile week for markets as investors weigh the path of interest rates next year. Retail investors are feeling bullish on markets for the new year. We want to bring in Brett Kenwell. He's eToro's investment analyst. Brett, it's great to have you here back on Yahoo Finance. Talk to me just about what you're seeing from retail investors. They sound confident that the bull market is going to stay intact. What makes them so confident?
Yeah, and thanks for having me this afternoon to talk about what retail is looking for. I think they remain, optimistic, but maybe realistic as well. When you look at sort of the results, we did a quarterly survey here to see where retail stands, what they expect as we go into 2025. They're looking to gain more exposure to crypto in 2025. They're looking to gain more exposure to equities in 2025, but they're also looking to raise some cash here. And I think that's pretty prudent when you look across the board and you see how well equities have done, how well crypto assets have done, how well gold has done. You kind of look everywhere and we've got a lot of nice gains, really not just this year, but over the last 2 years. And to take some of that money off the table and maybe wait for a better opportunity, I think that really makes sense. I think they're being prudent, but also, keeping one foot in at least is so they keep getting taking advantage of, more gains to come in 2025, if that is the case.
And as they keep one foot in there, Brett, what sectors are they bullish on?
Well, you know what? We do this survey every quarter, every couple months, and we get these results back. And the first few times really surprised me to see, what influence financials have had over this group. They really like them, and it's not just it's not older investors. It's actually a lot of the younger investors. Millennials had the highest exposure to that space. Tech, of course, very close behind. But weighs in at number 2. And when we look at 2025, they said specifically that tech was where they were looking to increase their exposure coming into the new year. So maybe, who knows, maybe tech will take over that top spot next year. But, as it stands, financials have done incredibly well this year. The group's up almost 30%. Retail's exposed to it. They're enjoying the benefits that have come with, having exposure to a sector that's performed well. And when we look at tech, they're looking for big cap tech to carry the trade. They're looking for Magnificent Seven to do well, but they're also looking at AI to do well as well.
Brett, is it Mag 7 that they like within tech, or is it other areas of tech that they're optimistic about?
Yeah, you know what? There's actually some specifics within those spaces. So when we look at Mag 7 specifically, the top rated stock among retailers, the one that they were looking to allocate to the most was Amazon. It was followed pretty closely by Tesla and Apple. When you look at the Magnificent Seven as a group, those three have done really, really well, in particular over these last few months. But since the election, I think it kind of highlights the fact that retail, they can sense an opportunity. They jumped on an opportunity. They've seized the results. Whether they're buying or selling at this point, I'm not sure. But coming into this print is what these were the names that they liked, and so I think they expect those to continue to do well going into 2025. When you look at Mag 7 as a whole, about 60% expect the group to continue to outperform next year. Only 8% of respondents said they expect it to underperform. So majority expecting at least inline performance, if not better. And then when you look at AI stocks, only 22% of respondents said that they had exposure to this space, but a majority said that they expect this group to do well next year too. So maybe a little bit of that buy the dip mentality for the names they've missed out on, more specifically in the AI space, could be a play for them in 2025.
What about the election, Brett? Any in your survey work, any trends, themes that popped up there?
Crypto was definitely the most obvious one, or had the highest sort of response where they were looking to gain exposure, and that is not a surprise at all. If you look at the performance of Bitcoin, rallied more than 50% from the election to its all-time high. And referring again specifically for Bitcoin, but when you look at the administration that's coming in there, they have a much more pro-crypto stance. They've been much more vocal about it. So it's not too surprising that investors are looking for this area to gain a little bit more steam. And Bitcoin's done great. There's no arguing how well it's done, not just since the election, but it's doubled in 2024. It doubled in 2023. So this is a space that does have quite a bit of momentum when the trade's working.
Brett, always good to see you and have you on the show. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.